What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with the next cleanup video, and once again I get to be on the short side of this one. Just made some mistakes that cost me the 3-star, and in hindsight they are pretty obvious, once you watch the attack. A variation of the general, even more embarrassing to screw up on, but I did do it. Obviously you're going to have double bombs in these locations. I went in under the assumption, I attacked it first, that Teslas would be, there'd be 2 up here, and then there would be 2 either on the inside or, on the outside. Obviously on both sides here, but, I didn't expect quad Teslas. What ended up happening was he actually did have all of his Teslas right there with the double bombs on the inside. So that being said, probably a little light on my squad going in here to take the queen out. The game plan was this. I sent in, I think it was 5 hogs here and 5 hogs here. This is another mistake I made. Obviously they took out the cannons, but I thought that was enough to get in here because I didn't expect much point defense. I didn't expect, possibly the Teslas to be hitting on them. I thought I would go ahead and get the mortars taken out as well. That didn't happen. So just a few wasted hogs there. Not a huge deal. They did come in, get the CC lure, take out the cannons, which did allow me to create my funnel with no trouble, which was part of the plan. But again, too many hogs. I could have done probably 6 hogs on one side and gotten both defenses dead and taken the full lure. So just a few hogs wasted there. Not a huge deal. That's not what cost me the 3-star. Brought them down here to the bottom, wizards, witches, all that good stuff. Sent my golem in, dropped a jump spell for him. Once the funnel was created, dropped the king, the queen coming in. I wanted the king to come in, and I thought the golem, again, not thinking about quad Teslas here. I didn't think there was enough point defense to really take them out as quickly as they went down. I thought the golem, being on this side, would possibly start to work his way this direction and trigger this set of bombs, also aggroing the queen. Once the queen started shooting, the king would lock onto her. Hindsight, this is a mistake. Obviously, it's too far. It's not going to get done. She's so exposed over here. All I had to do was really wait for her to jump into this area and drop the king onto this this archer tower and onto the army camp there, and she would have came out, and I could have done a suicide king. Would have been a 3-star if I'd done that. From there, I went in with a surgical hog. I dropped a giant here, 1 here to soak up all that point defense. Then I just sent in, like 3 hogs there, 3 there, a couple there, few there. Then I dropped another giant right here, went this way, and the same thing, just sending in surgical hogs all along like this. Then I just dropped my heal spells, as they were taking out a lot of defenses all at once. Dropped my heal spells there as they made their way to the core. Dropped a heal spell there because they're going to have to stay on those expos for a little while. They need a heal while they're in there. But the problem is right there, the queen was still alive and she just did work on my hogs. So that was pretty much it. That's the mistake I made. Let's watch the attack live and then we'll come back and talk about the cleanup. All right, here we go. You see the hogs coming in from both sides. Maybe that was just a bad plan from the get-go. I really thought I could get in there, take those mortars out. Mortars don't have a lot of HP, and I thought, well, with 5 hogs on each side, I should get at least 4 hogs for a moment on it, and then they start picking them off. I would have enough, but just wrong. Did get the CC lure though, and took out 2 point defense, so that it wasn't detrimental. It was just a little bit wasteful. Bring them all down to the bottom, witches, wizards, all the good stuff there, normal stuff. Dropping my wizards to already create my funnel, which is good. That's all going perfectly. No problems there. Everything's dead except for the witch and the balloon. Drop my jump spell. That was good placement. It's going to let everything all the way in. Drop the golem down. At this point, it's looking, everything's fine. Thinking that I might still be okay. Again, hindsight, that queen's way too far away. Just a mistake, just a screw up, bad plan, whatever you want to call it. There's just almost no way the king can get there with those expos and everything in the core. And then again, those quad Teslas popping up, just no chance. But they get in there, can do some damage. The queen's back doing her work. The golem's still doing some good tanking. The king did get out in front of the golem, which didn't help the cause. Wouldn't have mattered, but he did get out there too quick. So possibly dropped him a little too early before that golem got in there and really soaked up all that point defense. At this point, we're ready to go in. You see the giants going down. And then just those targeted hogs, surgical hogs coming in from every angle, just taking out a lot of defenses at once. You know, when you can do that, that's the power of it. Working on a how-to video on that, but really it's not a attack strategy. It's a deployment style. So we'll talk about that more in the video. But you see how quickly they take out all those defenses, work their way into the core. Now I've got quite a few hogs left here. Got the heal spell for them, but you see that over there, the queen doing work, the king's still on them. Just, you know, you can't do that. You got to take the queen out. She will screw up your hog raid, as she did here. Still several hogs left. They're going to get over and take out the last defensive building, and then turn around and start working on that king. He's going to go down, and it's cleanup underway here. You know, I've got wizards going around. I've got my queen still up. She's working, but right here, the queen's locked onto the last few hogs that I've got. Pretty much over at this point. Just, you know, you can't lose all your hogs. They're one of your best cleanup troops. Well, they are your best cleanup troop. So you can't be losing all those. The queen finally goes down, but too little too late. We'll start to fast forward here. I think I get to 90% and run out of time. So just not enough. Too many mistakes. Cost you the 3-star. Let's go back to the drawing board and talk about how Soon did it. All right, here we are. Soon obviously took my mistakes and corrected on them. The main one, the one that cost me the 3-star, right up here on the Archer Queen. The first thing he does, he drops a giant, which goes to this Archer Tower. It aggroes the Queen. She jumps the wall. Then he sends his King in, uses the ability. Not only does he get the Queen taken out, he gets the CC lure. So just infinitely more efficient and a smarter move to start the raid. Then he brings them over to the side over here. He elects to go from this area. Just drops an anchor, which is wizards. You know, nice easy kill with this big open area. Once that's taken out, he starts his, he does a little differently, and we'll talk about this when you see it live, but he drops a few giants, but he drops them after he deploys his hogs, and only these Archer Towers do lock on, but he didn't get any benefit of his giants for, say, these defenses over here. So the giants could have been deployed, obviously, first and better. He would have got a lot more damage soaked up, but it does work out. That was the only minor mistake I would say Soon made in this entire attack, is that sends him in, then just does his, you know, hogs coming in on each one of these defenses. They work their way in. He drops the heal spells, very similar spots to I do. I think he dropped them a little lower, which is probably good. And then I think he drops his last one right here to help protect against the few bombs that are left. He also, as these hogs are working through, he only drops a portion of his hogs up top. He comes in from the bottom with some surgical hogs as well, which was very nice. They came in and sort of met in the middle, wiped everything out. So let's watch the 3-star version, and then we'll wrap this thing up. All right, here we go. Giant goes down, and you can see that that's once he gets in range of that Archer Tower, it's going to aggro the Queen. She comes all the way out as soon as he drops the King down, because she's already shooting at the Giant. Aggroes her. Could have waited just a moment on his King's ability. Let him take a little damage. I know you want to use that ability pretty early on, because you see there, even as early as he used it, the King died before the Rage ability had gone away. So you want to get a lot of that use, but you will prolong it a little bit if you just let him take a few shots anyways. Then drops his anchors over here, normal stuff, just an easy peasy clan castle kill on the side. That part was fine. You know, no difficult troops for the witches and all that stuff. Well, actually, yeah, there we go. He uses in his CC, actually, just barbs out front. You know, when you do that, it's, you know, you can get a little better spread on your skeletons, a little different spawning times if you drop them yourself, but that works as well. Giant goes in there, and right here, watch this up top. He sends his hogs in. Right there, he's losing them very far back, but still, you see that the only thing that really targeted his giants were those 2 Archer Towers. Instead of, he could get a lot more out of that had he dropped the giants first. But you see how quickly those hogs work their way through those point defenses. That's awesome. Working his way in, drops his heal spells that are completely covered, and then you see coming in from the bottom here with, again, just a sort of a 4-finger drop, surgical hogs coming in from the bottom there. Has 2 heal spells left. I'm sorry, I forgot that he had 4 heal spells because he did not bring his jump. So he's covered those bombs completely. Now, he does lose a few hogs here to some doubles, but not many, and this other side triggers them one at a time. So just absolutely wrecks the base. Really nice attack, Soon. Really good job cleaning up my mess. I do appreciate it. All right, guys, that's it. I hope you learned something from it. I tell you, I did. Just don't be dumb. Take out the Queen when she's there exposed like that. hope you liked the video. Until next time, Jake from OneHive, doing my best to help you guys suck less.